Are you guys excited for the evening session tonight? I love network marketing. Is there anybody with me on this? Oh my God, I just reviewed backstage the whole story of what I could share with you guys to really teach you some of the defining moments that helped me to break through, so it may help you to break through to new heights. And one thing that came up over and over and over again in my mind is, man, I love this business. There is just nothing like it. And that's really also how the story started. You just heard, I saw my first network marketing business at 17 years old. And I was in school, I lived at home. My mom works in the kindergarten. My dad is an engineer. Very normal household, 9 to 5. We didn't know any entrepreneurs, but I always had dreams. My parents were very young. We were always looking how to save money, you know? How much does it cost? Can we walk to the supermarket to save gas? Where's the milk cheaper, here or is it there? Turn off the light, it saves energy. And as a young kid, I don't know why, but I really felt this very intensively. I was always dreaming about a free life, dreaming about just, you know, to go wherever I want to go, whenever I want to go, and not to care or not to matter what other people say or what the rules are. In fact, at our home, my mom was very strict. She was very nice. She loved me a lot. She still does. But she was strict. Boy, she was strict. So I felt to break out one day and to do my own thing, that would be really something. And I was always looking for opportunities. And the first time I heard about network marketing on the internet, I Googled it, work from home. Anybody ever Googled work from home? There's a lot of results. And I just straight up signed up for a seminar, 2 days. I'm from Germany, by the way, so that was in Germany. And I went to the seminar, Germany. Anybody here from Germany? Love you guys. So anyways, here's the thing. So I go to the seminar and I have absolutely no idea what to expect. I have never heard of network marketing before. I don't even know what it is. And this weekend changed my life. There has never been ever anything the same after that weekend. So if you believe this weekend can change your life, you're absolutely right. There are so many people that say, oh, come on, one seminar, one meeting, what is it going to change? I can tell you, I had a life before that first meeting and a second one after that. There was a guy up here, first time I ever met a real American, can you imagine? First time an American on stage, and he was talking about duplication. And I fell in love with duplication because it was instantly connected to my goals and dreams. And the first thought I had, oh my God, that's too good to be true. If that was true, everybody would do it, right? But then I started to think about the possibilities and I realized there is nothing like this business. And I felt a big sense of gratitude. And still today, I feel so much gratitude toward this business. And I'm going to get into the story, and you'll see it wasn't easy. In fact, it was hard. It was harder than I've ever thought it's going to be. And I probably honestly think that going to the top in this network marketing business is probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life if you do it right. I hope I don't scare you, but trust me, it's going to be worth a lot more than you can even imagine. Because the biggest goals and dreams I had back then are multiple times surpassed today. In fact, there's a beautiful picture of a mountain. Imagine a mountain and you're dreaming to get to the top and it's covered in clouds and you have no idea how to get there, but you get on your way and you fight your way up and one day you reach the top of the mountain, you know, the top of all your dreams. And you think, you made it. And then you look around and it's a unique new view. You haven't seen that before because now you're above the clouds and guess what you see? A lot more mountains everywhere. There is so much more. And that's why I want to empower you today through my story to really keep believing and keep dreaming and have that gratitude towards this business because network marketing is always going to be there for you. That's one of the best things that I've found. Network marketing was always there. It was there in the beginning, it was there later on. It was there when I felt great, it was there when I did not feel great. It was great when my private life was great, and it was there when my private life was amazing. Network marketing was always there. I could always work more on it, and I could always advance, and network marketing is going to do the same thing for you. And I think this is incredible. Now, one of the first things after feeling gratitude and after feeling excited that I did was unstoppable action. And I really would write that down. Are you in action every single day towards your dreams? And do you have a clear vision of what you want? See, I always had this picture in my mind of an airport. If you go to an airport, there's this huge screen with all the different destinations people go to. And my biggest dream was Hawaii back then. As a German guy living in freezing winters, you dream about Hawaii. It's, in fact, a comparison of paradise in Europe. Everybody says, Hawaii, that's like paradise. So I always wanted to go to Hawaii, and I wondered, who are those people that can just go to an airport and just go buy a ticket and just go there spontaneously? Who are these people? And I dreamt of that. And after school, I went to work at a bank. And in fact, I could never really like that job because it wasn't even planned that one day I'm going to have that lifestyle. See, for me, traditional work was never an option because there is no way to reach my dreams. Even if I get high up, even if I make a lot of money, I'll never be truly free. So it wasn't good enough. And of course, there are a lot of people very, very confused about these decisions. In fact, I have to say, I had quite a good school degree. I think that's what you call it. I was second best in the entire school, and my mom was very proud. When I came home from the network marketing meeting, she was not proud anymore because I said, that is what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got started, and you heard it before, I had $200 to my name, and I started on that day, and they told me I have to use the products. So I started on the smallest sign-up kit, which was $100, and it contained one product kit, a shake to lose weight and some capsules of supplements, right? But the guy said, if you're not using your products, you'll never be successful. But I had no more money. So I bought 12 protein bars, chocolate, lemon. I'll never forget that. 14 bars, okay? And I had them. And I started to drop flyers in the mailboxes of people. Don't do that today. Today, there are more efficient ways, but I did it back then. And I said, okay, every single day that I completed successfully 1,000 flyers of people looking that want to lose weight, I'm going to reward myself eating a protein bar. And I did that, and I loved it. And there's like a neuro association towards that protein bar still today, if I smell it or taste it. That was it. That was the beginning of my dream, of my career, and nobody would stop me. And there was a lot of challenges. See, I flyered around the house where I live, but over sometimes I had to move more far away. Now I had no car, so I had to take a bus to drive to in a different city to put in flyers, to take the bus back home. And guess what happened the next day? Somebody would call and say, hey, I found the flyer, I would love to lose some weight. And what do I have to do? Go back in the bus, go back to the city, meet with a person, show my x-ray scans of overweight, people, and why they really have to use the shake and everything, and go back from there. If I wanted to go to the meetings, I had to find prospects that have a car so they can take me. And then, after I found someone, I said, hey, how many seats do we have available in the car? Are you intending to bring any guests? Because if not, I'm going to put them in your car and we're going to go there. That was the only way. There wasn't a lot of infrastructure. There weren't opportunity meetings every night. There was one weekend seminar a month, and that was it. That was the only opportunity. Now, I have done some crazy things. The people that I knew had no cars either, so I went online on like free advertising websites, like the worst locations where you could look for people. I found people, but desperate people. I was in cars that were about to break down. I was in cars with people that were definitely drunk while driving. I did things that were scary. My prospects were scared as well, but I said, don't worry, all we have to do is we got to get there. I don't know that person either. You're right? That's how it started. It was crazy. And I wanted to go to the meetings, and I wanted to buy some product, but I didn't have enough money because I was selling one program and called my sponsor and say, hey, can you send me the next one? You were operating on like 15% margin or something after cost. So it was ridiculous. But I kept going, and at some point, I wanted to make a leap, and I wanted, to break through, and I needed more money. And so I was looking for a job to finance my other job, network marketing. And then I met an entrepreneur, and this woman, this lady, she was a European-wide entrepreneur, and I invited her to the meeting. It took me 3 months for her to show up, and then she was my first distributor in my business after 7 months in the business all the way back then. It was crazy, okay? So that's how it started. But see, I never stopped. At some point, my parents got really worried, and they disconnected the phone at home, because they really wanted me to bring me back on the right track, you know, to study, to become a physics doctor or something like that, right? Do a normal job. My reaction, I moved out. See, there was nothing that would stop me from building this business. And we heard a lot yesterday about obsession, about passion, about excitement, about energy, and I agree with that 100%. But there is one more ingredient. It needs to be consistent. It needs to be consistent. You cannot stop. You can never stop. Because the alternative is not going to get you where you want to be. And see, many, many times I had in my head this thought where I said, oh, I don't know if I can really make it. I don't know if I will really do it. You know, my big dream was to make $10,000 a month. One day, $10,000 a month. And I was thinking, probably I'll never have that much luck. That was my thought, right? I'm never going to have that much luck. But at some point I decided, you know what? Believing bigger doesn't cost me more right now. I can just believe bigger. It's free. It's free for everyone. Just to believe bigger. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to put in the work. And for 1 year, I'm going to work harder than anyone else. And here's what I realized. I realized that when you're in your network marketing business or in your company, or when you start your career, you know, most of the people don't know you. You know your friends, a couple of people around, but most people, they don't know who you are. So what is it going to determine who they think you are in a year from now? How does anyone talk about you in 1 year from now? That's up to whom? Up to you. And I figured if every single day I'm going to do more, I'm going to talk to more people, I'm going to be more excited, I'm going to make another phone call, I'm going to stay an extra hour, I'm going to see an extra seminar, I'm going to read an extra book, and I'm going to be more excited than anyone else. Guess what? At some point, people have to say, oh my gosh, you're in his group? Of course. That's amazing. Of course you're successful. Of course he's successful, whatever. But they can say the same thing about you because it's your decision. See, if you put in more than anyone, you automatically get more than anyone. That is amazing because it's up to you. And I realized another thing, network marketing, it's no luck, it's no guesswork, it's a profession. And I have to thank deeply to Erric Worre for this because his book, Go Pro, has opened my eyes so much like nothing before to understand that the entire process of building a business is just one step after the other. And if you master every single step, you're going to be successful. For example, prospecting. How many of you would love to sponsor a lot more people? Come on, everybody, right? Now, for many, many years, for me, prospecting was a really like an emotional thing. I was always, you know, hoping and praying, and I was nervous, and please sign up, and, you know, like, you get all, you know, invested into the decision of the prospect and everything. And I realized that if I want to be a professional, I have to get this down to science, and I have to learn it, and it has to be something like, you know, you just got to own those skills. For example, the invitation. If you call someone and you're like super afraid and you don't really know what to say and something, then that's okay. You feel the fear, you act anyways. But at some point, I think it's good to get really professional in it. And I had an amazing experience about the invitation when I was with one of my mentors in San Diego a few years ago. We were there with a leadership group. And the guy said, okay, you get up, like one guy from our team. Hey, get up. Why don't you invite your brother? Go. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, go, come on, invite your brother. I want to hear it. I want to hear your invitation. And the guy's like, okay. Hey, Rob, how are you? What are you doing? What are you up to? Come on, sit back down. Sit back down. You, come on, get up. Invite your brother. And he's like, you know, he started to say something. And I was like, please don't pick me. Because I didn't know what to say either. You know, and I realized, wow, I'm calling myself a network marketing professional, but I'm not even professional in my invite. I obviously knew what to say, but it wasn't a standardized invitation. Does that make sense? I would say whatever I felt like, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't structured, like the 8 steps of the invitation. Hey, Scott, this is Danian. Hey, listen, I'm just in front of a meeting, but I really want to talk to you. Do you have 1 minute? Yes, that's amazing. Scott, the reason why I call you, you're such an amazing person. Honestly, you're one of the most driven people I know. You're someone that clearly knows where to go, and I admire that about you. Scott, the reason why I call you, I'm involved in business, and I know you wouldn't just be doing good, you would be one of the best. So I figured if I send you some information, that would be probably amazing for you. If I would send it to you, would you have a look at it? Yes, of course I do that. Perfect. So if I send it to you right now, when would you have the chance to look at it? Okay, I can do it on Friday evening. Perfect. So if I call you Saturday morning, you'll for sure have seen it. Yes. Amazing. So I'm going to call you on your cell. I'm going to send this out. I can't wait to hear you Saturday morning. Thank you. Bam. Always the same thing, you know? And I started to learn that. I started to invite everything around me, you know? I started to invite objects, you know? Hey, sound speaker, how are you? Hey, listen, I'm just super busy right now, but I really want to, talk to you for a minute. Is that fine? Yes? Okay, great. Hey, listen, sound speaker. Look, the reason why I talk to you is you are so awesome. You have such an amazing melody. I mean, you bring out the best in music. You bring out the best in speakers, and I admire that about you. Listen, what I wanted to ask you about, there's this massive business, and I think you could be amazing in this. If I would send you some information, would you have a look at it? Yes? Perfect. If I send it to you tomorrow, by when can you have a look at it? Oh, by Friday. Perfect. So if I call you Friday night late, would you have seen it for sure? Yes? Awesome. I'm going to do that now, sound speaker. I can't wait to hear what you're going to say about those information. Bye. You know? And I kept doing this. And at some point, it became automatic. And you know, invitation's powerful because it converts every phone number in an opportunity. Every phone number, every business card, every person in your phone, every contact, wherever you see an advertising of a real estate agent, it turns into an opportunity. Unlimited prospects right here. Isn't that awesome? And see everything, the presentation, the follow-up, the closing, getting someone started, promoting events, you can get it down to science, and then there is no luck anymore. Then there is no guesswork anymore. And then you can just go do it. And then, of course, there was the 90-day run. 90-day run, all out action for 90 days. Have you truly given it 100%? I had to answer that question myself, and the answer was, honestly, no. I've given 99%. But you know the difference between 99% and 100%, right? It's 100% difference. You know, if you put in everything, that's a different story. People always say, oh, but how can you change your life in 90 days? How much can you really do in such a short time frame? Well, let me tell you. First day, you get up in the morning at 6 a.m., you get ready, do whatever, 8 a.m. sharp, you start doing your business. We work a lot with WhatsApp in Europe, but you have probably other messenger apps or use WhatsApp, whatever. So, for example, what I did, I made a brand new list of 100 people, and I send out individualized voice messages, to 100 people. Now, if you do that, like with full passion, full energy, 100 different ones, it's going to take you about 2 to 3 hours. You feel like you ran a marathon after that, and it's still 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay? Then you start making a call. Then you speak to your leaders. Then you do some follow-ups. Some people answer. Then you set some appointments. Then you do this and that. And you put your plan together. And you speak to people. And you know, I would always have this thing, okay, always be talking to someone. Always be talking to someone. So my phone was connected. And before I was hanging up, I already knew who I would call next. And I would call next. And who I would call next. And energy. And somebody called back. And full energy. Am I really putting in 100% energy? And you know what? It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you feel like you've been doing this for like a week. But it's the first day, and you haven't even done 50% of your first day. You've already invited 100 people. You've already done another 100 phone calls or 50 phone calls, whatever. You've already done 2 or 3 presentations, and you're just thinking, oh my God, 90 days. That's like an eternity. That is so much. It is literally possible to do more productive work in a single day than most people in network marketing do in an entire month. Trust me. But you have to take the decision, and you have to go wild, and you have to go crazy. Okay? So I did that, and I had this amazing breakthrough because I just kept on going, and I said, I'm not going to look at the result before I finish. In fact, on day 55, I've jumped almost 5 ranks in my company. I went up, you heard it before, from $6,000 to almost $100,000, and I was tired, so I stopped. But listen, I felt like this was the greatest accomplishment of my life. And, you know, that was something from darkness to light. That was something what I've never imagined, and you could do it. It's all up to you. And we don't have more time to spend about this, but you can do this. And then another thing changed my life. One day, I walk up in this meeting, and I see this beautiful lady. Oh my gosh, she has a light blue dress on, blonde hair. She's really short, but she has a lot of energy. Okay, and I don't know if you know my wife, but her name's Stefania Logato, and I fell in love. And I told her the first day that if I could ever marry someone like you, I would do it. So just to be safe, I did it. And she has taught me one more thing, which is incredible. She's an amazing leader in the network marketing business as well, and she is a people person. Now, I'm a numbers person. I did my numbers. I did my phone calls. You know, network marketing is a numbers game. That was my saying, and that's true. But it's not only numbers. See, a friend of mine says, network marketing would be perfect if there weren't no people involved. But the thing is, it's all people. So you need to do both. You need to put in the action. You need to put in the numbers and the work, but you also have to do the people part. You got to empower the people. And that's one thing she does on a daily basis that I've never seen before. Every single conversation she has with someone, the person leaves that conversation feeling better about themselves than before. And I learned that us as leaders, it's not about, it's not a bet. Oh, he's going to make it. She's not going to make it. He's going to make it. He's probably not going to make it. No, it's us who should believe in people more than they do, so they can borrow our belief and build up their confidence and go out and do it. That's the whole idea. So we need to be the agent of change. We need to be the ones believing more in our distributors, more in our customers than anyone else. And if you do that constantly and people believe that, anything is possible. There is nothing more powerful than when you can inspire people. Now, what's the definition of inspiration? It's somebody seeing a bigger version of yourself. It's somebody seeing something bigger, more brighter, more beautiful in you that you've seen yourself. That's when you say, oh my gosh, I'm feeling inspired. So I want you all to be inspiring people. I want you to love on your teams. I want you to work hard. I want you to be committed, determined, and I want you to never stop. You have to write this down. I will never stop before I get what I really want to have, because anything is possible in network marketing. And my passion is to live my dreams and also help others to do the same thing. And I hope I was able to help you do this today. Thank you so much.